Hey guys, I wanted to talk today about workflow and show you my studio. I'm always kind of moving things around. I know probably I showed you last year when we moved in what it looked like, and so I'm going to show you today what it looks like and talk about workflow while I draw and paint, hopefully. So I'm right now kind of working in the margins, and that means I have to work while my kids are either asleep, occupied, or with their dad. So, yeah, it's an interesting workflow. So, over here is my bookshelf with all of my reference books and my easel. I moved the easel by the window in order to draw, and I'm just going to step over here. I have this box that I made. Actually, it's kind of hard to get off. It's a diaper box. Here, let's see if I can just. I hope this still works. Oh dear. It didn't like that, but we're back. Okay. So I made this box to use my little projector in. So I have a projector, which is awesome. And it screws, you can see the little screw thing. It screws onto my, what you call it? What's that thing? That thing that holds my camera, the tripod. So I project into this box, and it kind of stands in for like life drawing, because I use New Masters Academy, and they have live models in videos, so I can actually kind of do figure drawing in here. Anyway, that's what my little easel setup is for. Of course, all my books, all my oil painting stuff, because I have kids, is up here on the top. So I'm using Gamsol, and that's locked up in here, where they can't get to it. And then, because I have kids, again, I have child locks on all my drawers. I've showed you that before. They're still the same drawers. And here's some of my stickers. They're available on my website. I'm going to show you my website in a bit, and then this area is I saved for like bigger projects that need to be flat, cutting stuff out, kind of admin stuff, framing. I actually just framed this little painting that I did today, and it is going to be for sale. I'm going to make prints of it as well, but for now, here it is. It's very cute next to my dirty water, obviously. Here's another painting that I'm going to put on my website for sale. It's just small. I'm doing some little abstract stuff of bodies. And then I'm making some magnets, fridge magnets, just little sketches, like abstract sketches, studying. So I'm studying the figure. I'm also trying to keep my painting skills fresh. So I just do these little, they're kind of like doodles. But I thought it'd be fun to make them into fridge magnets. Just like put a magnet on the back. And voila. And then I moved my drawing desk over here. And this is what you're going to see in a minute. It's a glass desk, so I have this silicone mat. And then, so if I didn't have a glass desk, I don't think this would be necessary, but it is super useful to keep things from like sliding down, because I work with watercolor a lot and I'm drawing a lot, so I need this surface to be like non-stick as non-stick as possible. And then I put my computer up here. I use these little, if you can see, they are just window cling hooks. I use them to keep, obviously, the silicone mat in place, but I also use them to put my computer up here for reference, or like when I'm watching a class, that's where I watch it. And then obviously my computer's over here, which you're going to be routed through. And then what else? I just have a big curio cabinet for all my stuff, all my props. None of that has moved, my props and stuff. But all of these things like kind of move around where I'm doing my watercolor painting most often and my drawing. So, I think of the studio as very malleable. It's almost like it like owns still life. Things move around. I move things around all the time as far as like what works and what will work better, what will help me be more efficient, stuff like that. So yeah, this is not what it usually looks like either. It's pretty messy normally. Yeah. Let me show you my website. Is that cool with you? Will you look at my website just real quick? Because I am a working artist, right? So that means that I want to make money. And oops. Yeah. Didn't mean to flash yet. Sorry, I don't understand what's happening. Oh, lol. Anyway. So here's my website. I really hope that yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm new to live streaming, so I'm kind of figuring that out as we go. My website is linked in my bio. It is a place where you can see like a lot of my work. It's not super updated right now though. So, oh, you're still seeing me. Oops. Let me try that again. Sorry. I know that's probably annoying. Let's see. Oh, there. Is this what you're seeing it? Okay, great. Here. Now I'm checking. Okay. This is what you're seeing now. Great. Try to make it more seamless. I just want to show you the store. I have stickers and I have prints, and they're very affordable. They're only $5. I make them here at home, so I have low overhead. I'm able to charge a lot less for them than you would find at like, even if I was on Etsy, I do. Actually, that's not true. I do charge the same price on Etsy, but I think obviously if you buy through my website, you're going to be spending, I'm going to be getting more money, right? Etsy gets a cut. So some of them are signed prints. Some of them are not. I made signed prints for my 3 big emotion paintings. Emotions Kept Quiet, the series that I spoke at Apricity magazine about. And you can see Apricity magazine. You can actually click that or put this link in your website finder, your URL. And then you can go check out their issue and you can actually order it, which is great. It's issue 8. It's a beautiful book. It's only $5. So the other thing that I had, actually can't see it, so that's okay. I have a gallery show coming up. It's a group exhibition. It's at Blue Space. Actually, don't. Oh, it was right. That's so annoying. It's. Oh, well, it opens this week. So anyway, I guess I'll make another video about that. They have that last show was really great. So let's see. Let's draw. Oh, that's funny. Sorry. Da-da-da-da-da. You just get to see the like behind the scenes. Okay, I'm going to the desk now, so I'm going to click that. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to work on this drawing. I'm working on a series about motherhood, and this is a. Let's see. Oh, yes, it worked. I just sprayed it the other day, so just checking to see if it was all good. So I've got my charcoal stuff. That's why the desk is so dirty. I have my chamois because I don't really like to. It gives me the ick to touch the paper. It's something sensory, I guess, but it really grosses me out. I don't love it, so I'm not gonna do it. I don't know why. So anyway, I put this down kind of as a first layer. I'm going to go back in and do my stretch marks on here. I took a bunch of photos of myself in March. I actually probably gained weight since then. So I should probably take some more pictures. My body is ever changing after motherhood. So when you have a baby, right, you like get a lot smaller. And then you can carry the baby around a lot at first. And then they get bigger and you like want to put them down more. So that's where I'm at. I'm just going back in and kind of what do I want to say? I'm making these shapes darker. Sorry, my words are not super working really well right now. Super well. We had an early morning this morning, which is great because it gives me lots of time to play with the kids before Drake gets home. And we got to go to the park and play for as long as we wanted today, which was awesome. Because usually we don't get to do that because the baby's napping. But see, I'm already like, I keep the water here even when I'm not painting because if I'm drawing with charcoal, I just always want to wipe my finger off. Maybe I should learn to tape the chamois to my finger. Okay. Because I always blend with the same finger. It's just like, why do I keep doing this to myself? Okay. So I'm gonna, this is why I didn't do it before, because I just like didn't know how to approach it. So I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna go from the darkest ones. They're down here. And they're kind of like zigzaggy. Anyway, I told you I was going to talk about workflow, so let's talk about workflow. Because I'm studying a lot right now, in the morning is when I do learning. So my classwork, I do that in the morning. I do first thing I get up, and feed the children breakfast, and myself. Obviously, I eat breakfast too. And then I usually have to put the baby down for a nap almost right away. So I don't actually drink my coffee until after I get done putting him down for his nap, so that then I get the entire boost from the coffee. So yeah, I get the coffee flow going after I put them down, and that's usually pretty early because they get up um, around 6:30, 7 if I'm like super lucky. And then like, this is like super like zigzaggy. And then I just it's TV time. I use the TV with my older kid to keep her occupied while I do my classwork. It's not ideal, I guess. It's not the best thing for her probably to be watching TV. She's 3, but that is the world we live in, and I do try to definitely limit the shows, and I don't have to explain myself to you. Anyway, talking about workflow. So I usually will work for as long as the baby sleeps. Hi, Alfred. It's usually not longer than an hour. And then we have an outing almost every day. I can't help it. I am gradating. I can't help it. So obsessed. Okay. It's like painting. I'm also trying to avoid making the stretch marks because it makes me nervous of all this white paper. Let's work from the outside then. I'm just going to talk to myself the way I would inside my head. Let's just work from the outside in. So it won't feel so work from the shadow in. It won't feel so scary. You already kind of started with that. Maybe I just give it a direction and then cut the ziggy zag. I've never drawn a stretch mark before. I could have done this in my sketchbook, but I didn't. Now here we are. So breakfast, we do our outing. I try to go somewhere every day because if I don't, then I get kind of cabin fever, and the kids get cabin fever too, obviously. Get a little bored with being in the house or at the house every day, all day. Some days I don't go, let me be honest. And then like once a week, we do kind of a bigger outing, like to the botanical garden or to the splash park, somewhere, bigger, which takes a lot more energy to accomplish on the mom side. And then we try to do like at least one play date every week because my daughter is very social and she's not in daycare. So that's the mom side of things. And then, so I usually spend about an hour just drawing in the morning. taking my lessons, doing the homework, and studying the masters. Actually, I do that every morning. I have my book. It's not up here because I don't study up here. I find that studying at the kitchen table feels more comfortable, so that's where I study. Anyway, you're actually seeing this in real time. So when I'm talking and I'm thinking. I do a lot of thinking when I'm working. That's part of the workflow. So I'm thinking about marking off kind of where the softer ones I'm going to use the stomp for. There's some that are like, that have actual lines in them, so I'm kind of, but I don't want to ruin the form I've already got with the lines of the stretching marks. So I'm being pretty careful about that. I want them to emphasize the line, or emphasize the shape of the belly more than. So I'm just being thoughtful as I go. I don't work very fast, which I actually work a lot faster than I used to, but and I'm more decisive than I used to be. But a lot of the thinking part, though, I do not when I'm in the studio. So, it actually might have been really smart for me to do some warm-ups before I did this. I warm up in the morning, first thing. I do some just drawing like random stuff from the masters, or the book is drawing lessons from the masters. It's a great book. It's got lots of good reproductions in it that and like they're big enough. They're a full page. Well, they're not full page. They're like 5x7 or 6x8. All of them are big enough for you to see good detail. So that's awesome. Just to see a person from hundreds of years ago's thought process is fascinating. They're interesting as historical documents, not just as an artist. It's so strange too. Like sometimes I look at the women specifically and think these are men. Like they couldn't find a woman to pose. That seems pretty obvious to me. But sometimes they could not find a woman to pose for them, and they got a man to do it because this could not possibly be a woman's body. Seriously, sometimes I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not trying to slander anyone, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so this goes like this, and this goes like this. Kind of trying to make them sweep out. Like some of them are really straight. Like these are actually quite straight. So I might lift. Yeah. I'm gonna stop trying to stop. Part of what I'm doing nowadays is like trying to stop drawing exactly what I see as much. I got into that habit. I think that's quite a bad habit, actually, and it's hard to break. when you're first starting out and that's like all you want to do is draw an eye that looks like an eye, you know, or whatever you're obsessed with drawing. It could be flowers, it could be whatever. So now I'm in this predicament where I can kind of draw an eye that looks like an eye already. And now I want to be more creative, and that is really hard to do. So what I'm going to do now is just like experiment with this, see if I can get so it's like the smoky texture. I'm going to see if I can do that a little bit with the, I think it'd be easier to do with this. And this kind of curves that way. Yeah. I actually sprayed this with fixative because it was getting kind of smudgy because I'm not super neat. As you can tell, probably by watching me, I just get all over my fingers. I get charcoal everywhere. And yeah, that looks better. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come back with this and kind of define areas that have sharper contrast. Now I'm kind of getting into the flow of things. So last time I was filming, I was working on this little mushroom painting, which I'm not done with, and I haven't worked on it again. I was going to film that, but we'll see. Because I kind of just have to grab time when I have it, and I really wanted to work on this because I'm hoping to turn this into a painting, and I want to get the painting started soon because I found a couple of shows that have deadlines this, next month. That early next month that I want to submit this particular painting to, which thank you. I don't really care about my Creative Cloud updates right now. Oh, I forgot you can't see my computer. That's probably for the best because just getting annoying updates on there. This one kind of goes shoo, shoo. So interesting, the texture. So yeah, I'm trying to pay super close attention to the gradient too underneath because I don't want this to ruin what I already had. It's like I think this is too dark. Yeah, I think that's better. Anyway, charcoal's good like that because you can really push and pull, especially now once I laid this first part down, and I can erase over top of these darks don't have as much fear. I don't know why I was so afraid to start. I wouldn't say I'm a beginner, but I am in a vulnerable place, I guess, with my art. This is obviously very vulnerable, and it means something to me. So I guess when you get in that space, you do end up, you get a little precious about when I get to work out. But I have to remind myself all the time, hey, this is a piece of paper. And this is a pad of paper, actually. You can pull the pad. You can pull this piece of paper off the pad and throw it in the trash if you have to. Actually, I've never done that because I've never felt the need to actually throw something away, because the mistakes are kind of beautiful sometimes, and well, really a lot of the time. And I do find that I I'm so I don't know what happened. Okay. Well, that's fine. But my drawing looks really good. Anyway, let me see what I can do about my computer going to sleep really quick before I continue. That is so annoying. This is what happens. But I can't, like I've said before, I don't know. See, I have an iMac, and it's different from my other. Okay. Here we go. So why did you go to sleep? Anyway. Okay, I don't know how to fix it, so sorry. I hope it didn't mess up the stream. I was in my flow state, so okay. So I think that's enough in this area. And then I'm gonna work over here a little bit to kind of just add a little texture. And then down here, like it's pretty shadowy down here, so I'm working my way into the light from the shadow. I recently also had an epiphany, thanks to my mentoring program with Steve Houston, that it's more about what you leave out than what you're able to put in. And like he had a quote. I don't know who the quote was by, but anyway, this is kind of, I like charcoal. I haven't worked in charcoal in a long time. Probably more than a year. But a couple months ago, I started working with it again, and it's really fun. It's like painting, It's like lower pressure. Okay. Stick to the objective. See, as you start to get, I start to like waffle around, and I'm like causing chaos. Stick to the plan. See, I don't need that little bump there. That little bump there is confusing. It doesn't tell any story. We're trying to tell a story, right? So this series is a series of sort of abstracted body. It'll be paintings. Probably watercolor, but I've been having the itch and the urge to use oil, even though I'm not super skilled in using oil. So probably my most skillful area would be watercolor, or medium would be watercolor. So I'm probably trying some sketches before I do a bigger painting, because I want these to be kind of larger works, because I want them to be hard to ignore. My whole idea of art, so if I make this little mark here, sorry, I've got to think this through. Make this mark here, then it has to cut something. Yeah. See, this is too dark. I'm just gonna. Oh, I taped it down so it wouldn't get so messy, and now, after I sprayed it with the fixative spray, which I guess is cheating to some people, but I don't really care. I know it's just getting on my nerves, kind of, but so I'm kind of treating these like their own form. Because, I mean, they're like these grooves. If you've never seen a stretch mark or really looked at one, they're like kind of deep, but they're also soft. So it's weird. I think it's working now. I like this kind of dot, 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 dot for the lighter ones. That's kind of working pretty well. I'm going to have to take the tape off, y'all. Sorry. Please forgive me. I can't. It's not so bad on that side. It's just really bad over here. It's like flopping up and down every time I touch it. Oh, and it's fine. It'll be clean. It's so clean. Look at that line. Ugh. Didn't think you were going to get a tape pull, did you? So clean. truly delicious when you pull the tape. This is really good tape. I don't know where I got it at, what is it? Pro Artist tape. I'm gonna be sad when I run out of this tape because I don't know where to get it. I looked on Amazon. They don't have this brand, so I guess I'll have to figure it out. Got it at the art store I used to go to. Shout out to Preston Arts Center in Louisville, Kentucky. They're a really great art store. I like the other art store there too, which is Artisan Craftsman. They have their different flavors. Okay. Usually, if I'm not being precious about the edges, I will use these little guys, and that works just fine to hold the page down. I say a lot. Anyway, this is an eraser pencil. I'm just gonna. I don't want to make these any darker. I don't really want to roll over them with the squishy one either. You know, the squishy one. Anyway, it is a lot like painting when you're doing this with charcoal. You're putting some on. It's hard to, I don't know how you control the value other than erasing back. I mean, there might be a way, but nope. Don't want that. These are cool because you can shape them. Like you can sharpen this tortilla. Wee. Anyway, I don't want to get super detailed. I am getting bogged down. So I'm going to go here. And here. Oh, this is so satisfying. So satisfying. I'm looking at one specific one for this general area. Anyway, the reason that I'm painting these paintings of my body is manifold. Obviously, my relationship with my body is really important to me. I have a daughter, and she made me a mother. And some of these marks are hers, and I think that's beautiful. And pretty soon after I had my son, I started, getting ads. First, you get ads for formula, which is infuriating. And then you get ads for, when you have a newborn, you get ads for those little socks you put on their feet to tell if they're still breathing while they're sleeping, which is maddening. And then soon after, you start to get ads about getting your figure back. As if that's even possible. Your figure. Your whole body changes when you're pregnant. I mean, there's just no way. You can't. It's impossible. You can't look like you did when you were in your 20s. Anyway, at my age, which I'm 35, get your figure back. So, that sort of seeps into your psyche, even if you're not willfully letting it in. If you're trying to keep it out, those thoughts of, oh, maybe I should start working out, and maybe I should tone up a little bit. And then, it just keeps getting so subtly stuck in your brain. Mom bod. And people say things like, I live in the Nashville area. There are just tons of advertisements. This is not curved enough. That's okay. Here's my little eraser. There are tons of these advertisements, like billboard advertisements on the road, on the highway, for just casual walk-in Botox. On top of everything else, come on, y'all. You can just walk in and get your face stuck. Not to say that you shouldn't do it if you want to do it. It blows my mind how casual it is. It's this is a serious procedure. Maybe not Botox. It's probably not that serious now, but come get your tummy tuck. It's right there on the billboard. Baby belly? Get rid of that. So anyway, this is called baby belly. Not actually something I'm trying to get rid of. And to be honest, this is kind of like a landscape, right? My little children. And to tell someone that it's ugly, it needs to be gotten rid of. Oh, well, you're not pregnant anymore, so TikTok, time's a wasting. I just see so many. I don't know. I see so many women. We have a community pool in my community. And I see so many women wear what you're comfortable wearing. But is it that comfortable to be totally covered from head to toe? Assuming it's not a cultural thing or a religious thing. If you're just covering up because people have made you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, society has told you that you don't get to exist unless you look like everyone else, basically. Well, it's not cool. Anyway, I just think stretch marks deserve some visibility, and Kendrick Lamar even said it in one of his songs, so I'm not the only person thinking that. Ooh, I'm getting all into the these little swoopies. Maybe if I zoom in, you can see better what I'm talking about. That kind of cloud Oop. Hang on. Let's focus in. There you go. Yeah. I think especially, I think I did pretty well over here. This side is coming along. It is a push and pull, right? So this is a little dark. I'm going to come back with this little guy. And also there's like a super subtle. So there's like a dent here and then a bulge again. And then this is a bit, like push this area back a little bit. So that's like flat. That's really interesting to me. So there's like a rise and then there's flattening. And then there's a rise again, but it's tucked under, right? Because this is higher. It's almost topographical. Anyway. Which is obviously, if you know anything about Steve Houston's work, you know that he does some like bodies as landscapes, and that's kind of also part of where I got this idea of like making these abstract looks at mother bodies. Oh, and we're back from swimming. Every day. As soon as she comes inside, Ava screams, "I'm cold!" So funny. Yeah. What? You want to show me the dead cicadas? Well, oh dang. Sassy. Well, that's it, folks. This is what it's like to work in the margins. Oh, yeah. Super slow. Yeah, sure. I'm coming. Thanks for watching. Hope you join me next time. I'm trying to go live twice a week. So right now, that's all I can do. So I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye. I gotta go.